It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
From UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 23-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Flushed out right. Gets this one to Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Man open, that's Juwan Winfrey. A gain of 6 there on first. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. On the counter, here's Jones. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On second down then, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
He'll set up to throw from the gun.
And this one's incomplete. Intended target was Cam Akers. And it's 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A shotgun snap for gone. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
Akers, the ball carrier.
Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. And a man over the middle, it's Woods. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43. A good pickup there, a 22.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Out of the gun, Goff. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. We're scoreless after one.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Akers. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll look to run with Akers. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 3.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Goff. Under pressure, down he goes.
Jared
Sacked at the 10. Rashawn Gary. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Back to throw, Goff. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. On the around with a tight end. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Bryson Hopkins, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Rams 7, Packers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
Rodgers now on first down. Slant to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Dancing to his left. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rodgers. This is intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
After the interception, here's Goff. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and...
They'll run a draw now with Akers. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
1st and 10 at the 18.
Now a run with Akers. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Cam Akers, the ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Play action to Akers. Here's Goff. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp there to make the grab. And the Rams add on to their lead.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson. And he's giving his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers as the first half is winding down. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Going right back to Akers. Get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of
10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And 10.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. From the gun, here's Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
1st down.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tanyan complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Rodgers to throw once more. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Well, Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack. After the sack on 1st down, Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
First down.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 10-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown.
Davante Adams. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit.
The kick is good.
And this one through the uprights and good.
Rams 21. Packers 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return is Henderson. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not much there, only a yard.
At the 26-yard line.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Goff. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
From the 50, it's gone. Over the middle, complete. That's Woods. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Goff on 3rd down. And they got a man. It's Woods. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Goff hitting Woods for a Rams first.
And at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Second and 8. Play action. It's gone. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
On second down, Akers. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. A shotgun snap for Goff. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up third and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a third and 10. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Goff. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again here with Akers. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire 2nd half, but their 1st half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the 1st half, You think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for L.A., they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.